Okay, so this example we are looking at how to take user input and then print it back to the screen. What we have here is use std : IO. We're importing, or it's the Python equivalent of importing, std.io input output, and we need that so that we can read the line that the user types in on line 6, just here. So what we do is we print to the screen, enter your weight. Then we take the input, which is the variable name. It's mutable because we want to change it. And then we store it at an address. And then we unwrap it. With unwrap, you need to unwrap if the object actually needs, effectively it needs unpacking. Next, we have weight. We unwrap. First off, we take the input, we trim, so if they'd left a space before or after, we trim off any blank spaces. Parse, see on these notes down here, parse converts a string to ints with parse function. So because the user entered a string, parse converts it to an integer. So float even, float 64. No need for it to be 64, we could make it 32. So we trim these spaces, then we convert effectively what's a string, we convert that to an integer. And then because parse actually returns, again, it returns a result, so you have to unwrap the result. And then we set that to what's on the left hand side of the equals, so that's the variable called weight, and then we print that to the screen. So let's run that. Enter your weight in kilograms just here. So I could put 123.2 and then it prints it back to the screen. So really basic example. I found this online and I've modified it a bit. So yeah, I tend to take examples that I've come across, modify them, break them, then put them back together again, and then research any of the commands which I'm not already familiar with. So unwrap is required when you need there to be a value to continue running the program. And as I say, parse doesn't return a string, so that's why you need to unwrap it. You need to kind of extract what you want out of it. Parse converts strings to ints, and yeah, at the end, trim returns a slice with leading and trailing whitespace removed. So if you're familiar with Python, you'll be very familiar with trim. And there we go. That is the example I wanted to show you. Yeah, and I think I may have missed it on one of my earlier videos, but yeah, run cargo space fmt if you've got any scruffy code, just format it before you present it or save it or whatever. So yeah, cargo space fmt. That's it for now. So what you've not seen before, you won't have seen use. So that's equivalent to Python import if you come from a Python background. Read line, you've probably seen something very similar to that in Python. Parse, you'll have seen, trim, you'll have seen. Parse, so parse is what converts to an so that's equivalent to, in Python, that would be effectively where you do string or int outside the brackets, and then you convert what's inside the brackets to either a string or an int. Yeah, and then unwrap, which is actually extracting what you want from the object. So, yep, thank you. I'll be back soon.